2 by Emily Dickinson. Now, poem 822. This consciousness that is aware of neighbors in the sun will be the one aware of death, and that itself alone is traversing the interval excuse me, experience between most profound experiment appointed unto men, how adequate unto itself its property shall be, itself unto itself, and none shall make discovery. A venture most unto itself, they so condemned to be, attended by a single helm, its own identity. Now, let's identify the characters for this poem. 1, there will be consciousness, death, men, soul, and hound. So those are the characters for this poem. Now, moving on to analyze the first stanza. This consciousness that is aware of neighbors in the sun will be the one aware of death, and that is itself alone. Now, earlier I had the underlying consciousness as a character. Now, consciousness is the state of being awake and aware of one's surroundings. However, from what I get from this poem, I believe that it means a person. So that's why I categorized it as a character. Now, neighbors and sun. Basically, that is saying surroundings. And so, person is aware of the surroundings, will also be aware of death. That is basically what I get from the first stanza. Now moving on to the second stanza. Traversing the interval, experience between and most profound experiment appointed unto men. So what does traversing mean? Traversing means to travel across or through. Interval is an intervening time, and profound is very great or intense. Now I'm going to connect this to the first stanza. So the first stanza talks about will be the one aware of death, and that itself alone. So death is the one that is traveling and stopping time, or in this matter, stopping like the life of someone. So from everything else that I've gathered from this poem, what Emily Dickinson's saying here is that one should try to live your life to the fullest before they pass on to the other life, to the afterlife. Now, how did I get that? Well, she says here to experience between the most profound experiment. Profound, from what I have said earlier, means very great or intense. So, basically from this section, it's Emily Dickinson's basically saying that one should create memories to remember for a lifetime. Now, moving on to the third stanza. How adequate unto itself its property shall be, itself unto itself, and none shall make discovery. Now, what does adequate mean? Adequate is satisfactory or acceptable in quality or quantity, and properties is a thing or things belonging to someone, possessions collectively. Now, from the first line of this stanza, how adequate unto itself is basically to be satisfied with life. And with the second stanza of saying its properties, I believe that Emily Dickinson is trying to say that one should get whatever they want to be happy with life, and happy and satisfied with life. So that connects to the first line of this stanza. Now, let's see. Itself unto itself, and none shall make discovery. That, I believe, connects to. So basically, it's saying that Emily is basically saying that one should obtain whatever they want to be satisfied with life. And in order to do that, we have to find who we are. we have to discover what we desire in life. We discover our personality to see who we are as a person, and in order to do that, we have to self-identify. So that's basically what this stanza is saying. Then moving on to the third stanza. A venture most unto itself, so condemned to be, attended by a single hound, its own identity. Now, what does condemned mean? Condemned means to sentence someone to a particular punishment, especially death. So, what we're getting from, well, what I'm getting from this poem is that it's kind of dark-ish because it's basically forcing someone to feel something that they don't probably usually like. So, Emily Dickinson is probably saying here that we have to discover ourselves in order to basically deal with ourselves, because she uses the word hound now, and what Christians might think hounds is might consider as the hellhound, something from hell. So it's like saying that all is evil, but we must learn how to endure it. So yeah, in order to do that, we have to learn who we are, and thus gives us the opportunity to understand why we are we, if that makes sense. And that is the end of this analysis. Thank you.